Welcome to the Firehouse Subs post-game wrap. I'm Scott Fraser, joined by Justin Dunk. Justin, a huge 38-25 win for the Guelph Gryphons on home field in Week 1 against the Carleton Ravens, and an even bigger win for their new head coach.
Definitely. Mark Soria gets his first victory as head coach of the University of Guelph Gryphons football program. A few things. I really like the way he managed the game. The energy from his team stood out to me, and ultimately the finish. There were some moments there where perhaps some of the Griffin teams of the past might have given up a touchdown and made this one even closer than it should have been, but I really liked how this team closed it out, and then he got that ice bath that every coach wants to get. Gets the proverbial Gatorade jug dumped on him. He was soaking wet, talking to his team after the football game on the field. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, and it really started with both quarterbacks under center performing really well, but one guy really stood out to you.
That was Marshall McCray. All due respect to Tristan Aboud, who started the football game and had a touchdown pass in this one. It was McCray that got the offense going. It was planned that he was going to come into the game on the third offensive series as part of the McCray package that the Griffins are going to use throughout the season. But that really sparked the offense. He ultimately drove them down into the end zone to tie the football game at 7 at the time after Carleton had taken the lead, but it was a combination of his athleticism, running ability, using his feet, and his improved decision-making and arm as a passer. It's very clear to me, Scott, that Marshall McCray has spent time in the offseason developing to get more comfortable in the pocket in this offense under Mark Soria, and I think that's why we saw McCray more than perhaps some people expected in this game, because he looked really comfortable, and he did not look any more comfortable than on that seam route touchdown pass to Willem Arsenault. He let that ball go before Arsenault was at the top of his stem, break, whatever you want to call it, before Arsenault was even looking back for the football. That to me is a sign of a quarterback comfortable in the offense, but more importantly for McCray, comfortable with his craft as a quarterback, developing as a passer.
And real confident with that high step at midfield earlier on in the game. Speaking of confidence, this team's defense was second to none today. 25 points up for the Ravens, but Guelph's defense did just about everything in this win.
They did really well. Matt Barry, the new defensive coordinator coming over from the University of Calgary, started off in a 3-4 scheme. I think you'll see him mix it up at times. He's got a unique rush package that he's going to employ with this football team. But what I really liked from the defense is the consistency. There wasn't a lot of chunk yardage plays giving up. Yes, there was some big plays, especially from that Ravens offense, and Kasim Ferdinand, who's a dynamic receiver, number 27, made a great diving catch. But outside of that, the defense stood tall, came away with some turnovers to end the game. Anthony Mortuzzo had a big one to seal this victory for Mark Soria. So I really liked the first effort under Barry, the new defensive coordinator for Guelph.
Yeah, and a real good start in Week 1 for Guelph, who will hit the road for 2 straight weeks away from home for coming back to Alumni Stadium on Saturday, September 14th, 1 p.m. Kickoff for that one, the McMaster Marauders in town. In the meantime, on behalf of Justin Dunk, I'm Scott Fraser. Thanks for watching the Firehouse Subs post-game wrap.